42nd of either 41st or 42nd female senior advocate out of almost 1,000 senior advocates. So very excited. There are just 2 of us in this year's cohort.
One of those people that takes the profession very, very seriously. And so it is in that context that a lot of people have come to know me, and the perseverance, dedication, and integrity that we talk about, which I'm very humbled by, comes from my deep feelings of gratitude.
Oyinkansola Badejo-Okunsanya's emergence as president-elect of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) is significant not only because of the election result, but also because of the politics that shaped the context and what her victory represents for the legal profession. First, on the historical question, she is not the first woman to lead the NBA. She is the second female president of the Nigerian Bar Association. The first was Priscilla Kunye, who broke the gender barrier more than 3 decades ago. Badejo-Okusanya's victory, therefore, marks the return of female leadership to the NBA after a long gap, making her election historically important. The politics surrounding the election revolved around several issues rather than partisan politics. The first was gender representation. As the only female among the 3 presidential candidates, her candidacy naturally attracted discussions about whether the NBA was ready to entrust its leadership to another woman after over 30 years. Her victory suggests that many lawyers ultimately prioritize competence and vision over gender, although the symbolic value of electing another woman undoubtedly influenced public discourse. Another political undercurrent was the campaign for institutional reform. Her campaign slogan, "A bolder bar that works for everyone," positioned her as a candidate promising inclusiveness and greater responsiveness to the need of lawyers across Nigeria. This reflects growing dissatisfaction among many legal practitioners over welfare, declining earnings, unequal opportunities between lawyers in major cities and those in smaller jurisdictions, and concerns about the relevance of the NBA to younger members. Her promise that lawyers should earn better, live better, and practice better directly addressed these concerns. The election also reflects regional and professional balancing. NBA elections have historically involved informal political alignments based on regional interests, professional networks, and the influential legal blocs. Senior advocates of Nigeria, branch leaders, former NBA executives, and influential legal practitioners often mobilize support behind preferred candidates. Although the official campaign emphasized the unity and professionalism, endorsements and lobbying remained an important feature of the race, as is common in NBA presidential elections. Another important political dimension was legitimacy. The election was conducted electronically over a 24-hour period. The NBA has, in previous election cycles, faced criticism and disputes over electronic voting, voter register management, and election transparency. Against that backdrop, a decisive victory with 12,317 votes and nearly 47.2% of the ballot cast gives Badejo-Okusanya a relatively strong mandate and reduces the likelihood of prolonged post-election disputes. Her post-election message was also politically calculated in a positive sense. Rather than celebrating only her supporters, she thanked all lawyers regardless of whom they voted for and acknowledged her opponents. This is a classic reconciliation strategy aimed at preventing divisions within the association after what was clearly a competitive contest. Such messaging recognizes that the NBA represents lawyers with diverse ideological, regional, and professional interests, making unity essential for effective leadership. She enters office with several strengths. As a senior advocate of Nigeria, she brings significant professional credibility. Her campaign emphasized extensive engagement with lawyers across all 36 states and the FCT, suggesting an attempt to understand grassroots concerns rather than relying solely on elite legal circles. If translated into policy, this could lead to more inclusive decision-making. Her priorities also reflect practical, rather than purely symbolic goals: improving lawyers' welfare, expanding professional opportunities, making the NBA more responsive, strengthening accountability within the association, and promoting fairness indicate a shift towards member-centered leadership. These issues resonate particularly with younger lawyers, many of whom have expressed concerns over poor remuneration, limited membership, and the rising cost of legal practice. Her emphasis on integrity, courage, humility, fairness, and accountability also comes at a time when the NBA continues to play an influential role in national conversation on constitutionalism, judicial independence, electoral integrity, and the rule of law. Her leadership will likely be judged not only by internal reforms, but also by how effectively the association responds to national legal and constitutional issues. Ultimately, the politics of this election were less about partisan affiliations and more about representation, institutional reform, professional welfare, and the future direction of the NBA. Badejo-Okunsanya's victory carries symbolic significance as only the second woman to lead the association, but its long-term importance will depend on whether her administration delivers on promises of inclusiveness, improved welfare for lawyers, and a strong voice for the legal profession. Her biggest challenge will be converting a brand electoral mandate into measurable reforms that benefit both senior and junior lawyers across Nigeria. I'd like to have your take. Please drop them on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and also to hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to get our videos as they drop. So next time we meet you, please stick to this channel.